Hello, welcome to Do It Yourself with Wayne. Today we're going to do a tool review on this King Propane Torch. If you see a torch online that looks just like this with a different brand name, it almost certainly came out of the same manufacturing plant, probably in China, but I don't know that for a fact because nowhere on the box or on the tool does it say where it was made. That really surprised me. But anyway, we're going to demonstrate how to use it. We're going to demonstrate using it and talk about different things that you can use it for and some features and some warnings. So let's get on with reviewing this tool. For starters, I always recommend that people read the manual that comes with tools. And this one is no exception, but I got to tell you, this is one of the worst owner's manuals I have seen in a long time. It's not very well written. Some of the descriptions that it tells you to do this, the photo of the tool, it doesn't have anything named by that name. Just as an example, it tells you not to use it indoors. Well, you shouldn't use open flames from a propane torch indoors, but later on it tells you how to use it indoors. It's just a horrible manual. But anyway, I do recommend that you read through the manual. I mean, I know most of you are going to say, oh, I know that crap. Okay, I get that, but you may find something you didn't know that could save you from getting hurt or damaged, or someone or something else getting hurt or damaged. So please, read through the directions, particularly the warnings and the operational part. Now for starters, the tool has a click start just like most gas grills do. It has a rubber plug here on the end. You pull that rubber plug out before you get started. When you mash the button to ignite it, and of course I don't have gas in it right now, when you mash that, if you watch the little metal at the end inside the nozzle, you should be able to see the arc go across the end of this metal to the brass part of the nozzle. If you don't see that, the igniter's not working. If you see that arc, the igniter is working. You got a little turn knob here that is the valve for opening and closing it. The instructions are not very clear on this, but basically if you're looking at it from this direction, you turn it clockwise all the way, and that's off. The instructions tell you to line it up until, and hopefully you can see this, that red line lines up with this. Well, that's terrible because right there it lines up too, and it's almost wide open. Terrible instructions. You can come on around, and that's even more power and gas output, bigger flame, and it's still lined up, which is where the instructions tells you to start. Very bad instructions. So like I said, when you're looking at it from this angle, turn it clockwise until it stops. Then you can back off just a little bit to light it. And that's a good place to light. Now, it fits on these type of gas cylinders. You can use any of these. These two and this one is just normal propane. This one is MAP gas. Normally you won't use MAP gas. It does burn a lot hotter. If you're in a situation where you really need a lot more heat, use MAP. But as a general rule, just use propane. Now I've got the Flame King brand of tanks that I'll be using today. Just press it on. And when you start it turning, just spin it real quick. Turn that back off. Just spin it real quick because there will be a point that you're likely to get some gas leaking around this area. So when you start screwing it in, just screw it kind of fast until it seats and it's kind of snug. You don't want to tighten this down real tight, but good and snug. Now, to light it, going back to your little turn thing, you turn it until that little red line lines up with that little mark on the side that's weird in the instructions. And that'll give you some gas. Click on the thing. Now that's burning. I know you can't see it, but hopefully you can see it there. And as you turn that thing further, you will get more flame. I don't know how much you can see that. Well, I caused it to go out. So there it burns well. Now you've also got a little adjustment here. And there's some little holes in the nozzle back here. Now this little silver thing, if you pull it back over those holes, you get a different kind of flame. It cuts down the airflow through there. You need to get it away from those propane bottles there. But if you pull it back past those holes, you get this kind of flame. So that's pretty much how you use it, or how you light it, how you adjust the flame. Now, like I said, I do have these Flame King canisters that are legal to refill. These Coleman ones and these older, or this style of propane tanks are not legal to refill. If you want me to do a video about the Flame King refillable canisters, just leave me a comment and I'll try to get that video done. I haven't done it yet, but I hope to do that at some point. But if you're interested, I'll try to get it done sooner. And also, if you have a tank like this, I don't have the connectors and hoses, but you can hook this to a tank like this if you get the proper hoses and connectors. If you're interested in that information, leave me a comment about that, and I'll try to get those parts and show what parts you need to hook that up. Now also, just got to say the normal stuff. If you really appreciate this video, click like on my video, share it with your friends, subscribe, those things. It really helps me grow to bring you more videos. And now let's take this thing out to the garden and burn some weeds. Now in this area I don't have a lot of weeds, but I'm going to burn a few of them just to let you see what it does. Now that's what I plan to use it for a good bit, it's burning weeds. It rained a lot yesterday, so I'm not really too worried about setting my mulch on fire. But I would warn you, if you're burning weeds, it'd be a good idea to have a water hose close by just in case it becomes necessary. But like I said, in my case, we had a lot of rain yesterday, so this mulch is pretty wet. So I'm not too concerned about setting a blaze that will get out of control. So let's burn some more weeds. Now if you look at this weed, it's already starting to grow back. I burned this, I don't know, about 2 weeks ago, week and a half anyway. From what I've read, a lot of times with your weeds, you may have to burn them several times to actually kill them. If you heat them up more, you got a better chance of killing the root. So I'm just going to burn this one again. So there we go. Hopefully that'll get rid of that one. If it comes back again, I'll hit it with the torch again, and hopefully a couple of times it'll be done. I would also like to say these little torches are great for multiple things. They're good for starting campfires. They're good for thawing out frozen pipes. Obviously they're good for burning weeds. You can sweat copper pipes together, things of that nature. Anywhere that you would normally use a little propane torch like this that screws onto the propane tanks, you can use this, but I do like that it has a trigger start. I've used this thing numerous times over the last 2-3 weeks that I've had it, and it has worked just fine. It's been flawless as far as I'm concerned. So I do think it's a tool worth having. I'll put a link in the description where you can purchase one. I would just like to say one last tip. If you use this thing, just be careful where you use it, that you don't set things on fire that you don't want to burn. I have had occasions where I had things start burning before, and fortunately nothing serious. Wind's blowing a little bit out here. But just be careful with using it, because it can set things on fire that you don't want to burn. So that's it. We'd just like to say thank you for visiting Do It Yourself with Wayne, and we hope you have a great day.